About this win. It looked, one of those games where you're on the bench as a coach and you're not sure which way it's going to go. At one point, I'm sure you thought you're going to walk out of here maybe with a double-digit win, and then all of a sudden you're fighting for the game in the fourth quarter. How did this game ebb and flow from your perspective, and was it more than just Jeremy being in foul trouble?
Oh no, never at one point did I think we're going to walk away from this gym with a double-digit win. And maybe I should be a little more optimistic, but you know when you come to Darlington, you're going to get their best. This is a tough place to win, and I'm thrilled to win in single digits here.
You started the game as I thought you had to. You had to start fast. They're a team that's still trying to feel their way. Second game in, you had three under your belt. How important was that start tonight, and was that where you figured you'd at least be able to give yourself a little bit of a cushion?
No, it was very important, especially the last two games have been a bit of a slow start in Dodgeville and Pecatonica, and again, both quality teams. But I was thrilled with the way the kids reacted coming out of the locker room tonight.
And obviously Jeremy getting in foul trouble does change the complexion, but Darlington did have to step up and make some shots, and they got the line quite a bit, Cole McDonald and company. But that sequence at the end of the second quarter, I thought, where you battled for that loose ball, I thought the horn was going to sound after maybe the first shot, but there was a second rebound, and then finally I think Hunter got the third rebound and then put it back up. How big a basket, as you look back, was that?
Well, it definitely changed the momentum. Darlington had gone on a nice run there, and it's always great to come into the locker room with something positive, because I shared a few negative things with them as well at halftime. But
I wasn't sure if that basket was going to give them a complete pass on that speech at halftime, but good to see you balanced it.
It didn't, but you got to be honest with your kids,
Yep.
and you have to define what you see as a coach that they're not executing at, and there's a number of things that we'll learn from this game, and I'm thrilled with this win.
And the second half, a real high in the third quarter with the way you came out and played, and then the momentum swung clearly back to Darlington. Seemed like it was a struggle to put the ball in the basket there in the start of the fourth quarter. I think he had for 3 points there for about 2 or 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes. What did you see were the breakdowns offensively there? It looked like Jeremy had a couple of good open looks, but just came up long on a couple of long shots.
Yeah, we need to understand and value our possessions. I thought there were a couple of takes there that he had from the perimeter that I thought, when he watches the film, he's going to say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have shot that ball. But at that time, the momentum needed to go somewhere. We've talked about this since he was in junior high. When things aren't going down for you, you got to get to the hole and get the sure basket, and then the momentum builds off of that. So, that's what gave us our swing in the third quarter. There was
right.
a lot of good paint looks for us. Dribble penetration, and then we started settling for some perimeter shots. We had several kids that took ill-advised shots, I thought, and we made some poor decisions passing the ball. We had a little bit of trouble with their press breaker, and of course, we didn't knock down our free throws today. So I think I jinxed the kids this week in practice when I said that we're shooting 75% from the line, and that I was pretty satisfied with that. I guess you can never be satisfied.
No, not at all, not at all. Well, hopefully you'll get it back, as we mentioned with the boys. 2 big conference games coming up. They're all big conference games, but Albany and Blackhawk coming up here in the next week and a half. A lot of what we'll learn about the conference will come then. What do you feel your team has to do to be ready for those 2 games?
You got to be ready to play 4 quarters of basketball, because it's going to be a similar battle to this. I feel pretty fortunate having Albany Thursday night at home. I've seen them play. They're a quality ball team, and I tell you what, this conference is something to be reckoned with this year, and boy, any team that wins out in this conference this year has got to feel fortunate making it through. So for Albany, I think we're going to have to contend with Isaiah Shell. He's a great basketball player, but now he's got 4 kids that surround him that are pretty decent this year, and they're strong, physical kids. Blackhawk, what do I need to say about Blackhawk?
Right.
They're the defending state football champions. They made it to the sectional finals and got beat by Randolph last year. They're a quality team, quality kids, quality coach. It's going to be a battle down there. I think last year We lost both of the games by a total of 3 points. I believe one was in overtime. You know, we had a 4-point lead at Barneveld with 30 seconds left. I called the timeout, told my kids do not foul. My middle son committed the foul right away. They knocked down 2 shots. We come to the other end, take a bad shot. They go the full length of the floor and nail one at the buzzer to, you know, to take us to overtime. And from there, it was history.
It was. Well, hey, if from our perspective, the fans' perspective, we'd love a few more games like that. But since you've got a good head of hair on you, we'll hope that you win those handily. Mike Whitish.